Like I mentioned the very first time I talked about the whole history of Mischief, we kind of based the first movie off of Jackass. You know, it's simple black screen, simple title, no fancy graphics, and just all action. After the first movie, people started sending us crashes, and even though we put, like in Jackass, do not send us video, of course we're going to accept the video as long as nobody got hurt. So starting with Mischief 3000, we showed an intro crash. They were local guys, they were drifting their Civic in a neighborhood and lost control and smashed into a fence. Damn. This could be the start of something, you know? And we didn't aim to crash a car for the intro. It has to be natural. Back in the day before GoPros, I would have to stand out the sunroof to get certain shots. And of course, the driver is always driving nuts and I'm slamming my ribs, or I'm hanging outside the car, barely, a little bit off the ground to get a certain shot. So kids are spoiled nowadays with their little GoPros. So this guy was filming out the sunroof facing backwards. It was a BMW drive in Virginia, and the driver lost control and they went through like a wooden guardrail and down a ravine. And the whole time the guy was filming and screaming out the sunroof.
Holy dude. Holy oh my god, I can't believe.
We've been doing this for so long, I might have mixed the movies and what intro is what. I know Assault, we had the guy in his Z06 we were following hit a tree. He didn't get hurt. Actually, I videotaped that. A guy we met the night before. He's a friend of a friend. We're at a bar in Baltimore, and he said, I'll get a Z06 and you can follow me and I'll show you some really badass driving. He just wanted to show us his driving skills and drifting the Z06. And we got the Z06, and I never really asked if the car is theirs or not, but it was obviously a dealership car because it had like 2002 on the window. I mean, I knew it was a used car. Whatever. This guy said he could drive, and we're following him around in these back roads in Baltimore, and he's doing donuts and drifting, and then he goes and hits a tree. He was okay. Well, from what we know, he was okay because we got out the car, and the car ended up in the middle of the road facing us. Got the tag out of the back, shut the car off, and we got in the car, and he just said, I'll just leave it. I'll just call a tow truck for it. And then we went to go off-roading on four-wheelers. And I know he had to be hurting because he hit that tree pretty hard, but he played it off like it was no big deal. And he said, oh, don't worry, my company will take care of that car. I think about 3 weeks later, we find out that he worked at a dealership and he was a salesperson. And he took a Viper GTS out and he totaled that on Route 83. Right outside of Baltimore. I think he spun around and hit a Jersey wall, so he's not that good of a driver. So fast forward, even though I haven't released DVD since 2009, people are still sending us crashes. Friend of friends that have an awesome crash that you can use for the intro for your new movie, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just starting Mischief TV, the YouTube channel, over again. This will be our first clip. This should be exciting. And I see it, and it was absolutely amazing. He had a GoPro attached to the vent window in the back, and so you can see the back of him as driving. I guess it was a national park. It was pretty clear, and he comes over a bump, loses control, smashes into a rock, and airbag comes out and hoodie goes up, I was like, this is absolutely amazing. And then a local reporter from Arizona wanted to do a story about my video, and I'm like, oh great. I didn't want to get the kid in trouble. He didn't identify himself. You can't really tell who it is. You can't see any license plate number. So she did the whole story. She asked, for my opinion, and I just had to say something along the lines as,
Mischief TV founder Dustin says the 19-year-old made the video and admits he made a foolish mistake. He realizes that he could have killed himself or someone else. An inexperienced driver driving on an unfamiliar road. The car was totaled.
We knew what they used it. They didn't make us look bad, and the kid never got in trouble for it. A couple of weeks later, after the video appeared on our YouTube channel, this other guy said, hey, I have pretty much the exact same type of crash, exact same car, E46 M3, GoPro in the exact same location in the back window. and instead of hitting rock, the guy goes over a cliff. It should have been a GoPro ad because that GoPro stayed on as it flipped. He wanted me to help him market this video and try to sell it to different networks. And I think this is around the time we were going through our whole Washington Post story. So I kept from posting really crazy videos. So that was the only one I'm not going to put on our website. I did give him leads to where he can sell this to like different networks and COD and camera shows when they were actually paying back in the day between $500 to $1,000 a clip, and now they don't pay at all. They've made a lot more money back then because they didn't have YouTube or anything like that. The Corvette crash, I made probably $6,000 to $7,000 just selling it to different networks and COD. This is a while back, like 05, 06.
I saw this coming a mile away.
Ridiculousness featured one of our Hummer Rampage videos. I got $100 out of them because I wanted the check from MTV, but they really don't pay. And then they come back at you like, oh, you know what? We want to, I guess they're building up a catalog of crazy videos that they can sell themselves. And they're asking permission to do that for free and then just cutting the original creators out. It's a crappy business. When I got the video of the guy hitting the rock, I knew this video was going to go viral. So I was going to launch a new channel. So I put Mischief.tv really big so nobody would steal it. And it got 1 million views in no time. And I'm like, this is awesome. I'm going to start making money finally. And then I monetized it. And this is the early stages of me ever doing this. And they turned it off because of the content of somebody crashing. So I'm like, okay, great. How is this going to be when I upload more videos of crazy Mischief driving? Are they going to demonetize that too? So it was shaky at first. And I still don't know the answer to that because sometimes they demonetize it because of the content, and sometimes they don't. So maybe Ed knows, but I don't think anybody knows actually. Yeah, this will probably get demonetized once you. Oh, it's not my video. I don't care. Just kidding, Ed.
Shrewd negotiation starts with finding the right car, and the best way to do that is with Autotempest.com. Autotempest allows you to search nationally through all the major listing sites with one search. Autotempest, all the cars, one search.